If you're looking for a gentle way to wake up your body and mind this morning, then I have just the practice for you. Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today we have a nice, gentle yin yoga flow that you can do from the comfort of your own bed before you even begin your day. This is a gentle way to find that mind-body connection before you start tapping into your other responsibilities, your other roles of life. A lot of our morning practices, we try to kind of ramp up the energy, get everything moving and going, but this practice is kind of the opposite. We are working with our body's natural sense of slow morning energy, and we allow ourselves to just naturally awaken. So all of these postures will be held for a little bit, 20 seconds to about a minute and a half. I'll have some nice calming background music in the background for you to just allow yourself a nice connection to breath. Bring your awareness to the breath, to the body. Whenever you feel your mind start to wander, we can keep our eyes closed for the duration of this practice if you like, and just use it as a very gentle way to ease into the day. So whenever you're ready, we get started from the comfort of your own bed, and we begin lying on our backs. Beginning today in a nice reclined bound angle. Let the arms travel over the head, maybe kind of encircle the forearms. Pressing the soles of the feet together. And then on your next exhale, just releasing any muscular tension you might be holding right now. Using this nice hip opener to connect to your breath, not changing it or molding it, allowing it to flow freely throughout your body. Taking nice, even breaths. Beginning to welcome this new day. All that it may bring to you. And on your next inhale, we can extend the legs long, reach the arms over the head, really reaching with the fingertips, kind of squeezing the shoulders up to the ears, squeezing through the legs, pointing the toes, big breath. And then exhale, release, surrender. One more breath like that. On your next inhale, squeeze all of your muscles, reach with the fingers and the toes. And then exhale, relax it all down. We're going to plant the left foot on the bed as you take your right ankle and cross it over the left knee. Coming into a little reverse reclined pigeon, wrapping the arms around the left leg, pulling the legs into the chest, flexing both of the feet. Sending your awareness to the hips as you press the lower back down into the bed. A few breaths here. next exhale, keeping this right leg bent, extend the left leg down onto the bed. One inhale, take the right knee into the chest, and on your exhale, cross it over, finding a little twist. Gazing up at the sky, the ceiling, or over the right shoulder. Making sure we're waking up the body gently. No need to force or push anything here today. Starting to create space in the body and space in the mind. On this next exhale, release a little bit more. Find a little bit more ease. And then when you're ready, gently roll back onto the back and switch sides. Crossing the left leg over the right. Pulling the legs in close to the chest, waking up the outer glutes. Take one big inhale in through the nostrils. And on this exhale, pull the legs in just one bit more. And when you're ready, making your way into your twist, extending the right leg. Inhale, left knee comes in. And exhale, we gently guide it over and find your version of this twist. The version that works for you. Coming back to the breath. Noticing what it feels like. Allowing it to draw you into this morning, this unique and special day. Special in the way that you will never have this same day again. So let's maybe set an intention right now to make the most of this day. Whether that be productivity or self-love, whatever it means to you, let's make the most of this day. And on your next breath, roll back onto the back. Take both knees into the chest for one breath here, preparing to kind of rock up. Or if the rocking does not work for you, we can gently press up to a seated position. Meeting in an easy seat, however you would like to get there. Grounding down through the sit bones, feeling your nice, lovely bed. Take the hands to heart center and really take this moment to press the hands together. So feel that heat, feel that energy that lives in your hands, pressing them together. As we press the hands together, we start to feel space in the upper back. as the scapula widen and open. Drawing big breaths in. We have a moment for a little self-check-in here, just to notice how you're doing, how you're feeling today. In the wee hours of the morning. On your next exhale, release the hands, let them fall by the sides. And then inhale, reach them up. Fingertips point towards the ceiling, but we depress the shoulders down, create space in between your shoulder and your ear, finding length along the sides of the arms, space in between the fingers, reach up. Exhale fully through the nose. On your next inhale, interlace the fingers, press the palms up, big reach. And exhale, find a little side bend to the right. Nothing too big, just so you can feel the stretch in the left side of the rib cage. Back up through center. Take a chance to reset, and then over to the other side. One breath. Come back up through center. Rain the fingertips down. Create some energy there. And then plant the hands behind the hips, fingertips towards the bum. And then press through the hands to lift the chest up, sending the chest forward, opening up through the heart chakra. Anahata. Big, deep, loving breath in. And let it all go. Release what will no longer serve you for today. We can release whatever happened yesterday. Release maybe any weird dreams we had last night. Release it all. Only keep what you need. One more breath. Big breath in. And out. We can gently come back up to a neutral spine. Take the hands to the knees. Finding a little seated cat-cow, moving with your breath. Inhale, take the chest up. Use the opposition to pull your chest up. And then exhale, round through the back, really tucking the chin in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Beautiful. Going as slow as you would like. Beginning to create a rhythm for the rest of your day. Finding one more round. Before coming back through neutral spine, shifting your weight forward and coming into a little child pose. Taking the big toes together, reaching the arms out. Feeling length, length, length. Letting the heart fall down towards the bed, finding some connection here. Taking a few breaths to just release, simply be. Then planting the forehead down, if it wasn't already. Take the hands behind the lower back, interlace the fingers,
and send them over the head. We can lift the hips up if we like to. We're opening through the fronts of the shoulders, the upper back. Maybe we find a little rock here from side to side. Just being careful to not crunch the neck. And releasing on your next breath.
It got me a little stuffy. Maybe we're moving some things around in there. Coming into a little tabletop, up on the hands. Spread the knees wide as the hips. Press down through the hands. Gaze in between your thumbs. And then we can find a gentle little wrist stretch. If this does not feel good, you can stay in a regular tabletop. Maybe find a few rounds of cat-cow. But especially if you are preparing to work at a desk all day, if you're heading off to work, I do recommend flipping your hands, coming back onto the backs of the palms, and just finding a gentle little wrist warm up. Wake up the wrist joints. If we feel any pain, that is an indicator that we need to kind of step off for a second. So make sure that these movements feel good to you today. That's what we're here for. One more breath, wherever you're at. And we meet back in regular tabletop, palms down. Finding a nice length in the spine, reach the crown of the head forward. Ground down through this right hand. Inhale, peel the left up. Finding a little twist. Exhale, thread the needle, coming to lie on the left ear. Take this moment to notice what you feel in the physical body. Any tension or tightness. Or maybe you notice some loosened up, relaxed muscles. On your next exhale, press through the right palm to lift the left arm. And exhale, circle back to our tabletop. Preparing for a little melt, little puppy pose melt. We reach those arms out. Exhale, melt down the heart. Let it rest up on the bed. Send those hips up to the sky. Open through the shoulders. And just breathe. For these last two breaths, really see where you can soften. See where you can find some more ease before pressing back up to tabletop. Take another breath or two. Open the heart, open the hips. Get yourself ready for this day. And when you're ready, we meet back in tabletop, no rush. We're threading the needle on the other side. Ground down through the left palm. Reach the right up. Big inhale, exhale to thread. Meet yourself wherever you're at this morning. No judgments. It's a whole new day. A brand new day. And on your next exhale, press back up. Inhale, reach that right arm. And exhale, tabletop. Cross the feet at the ankles. Coming back to sit on the bum once more. Keeping this left knee bent. We're going to pick up the right ankle, kind of try to cradle the shin in. Now, we're probably a little tight this morning after sleeping all night. So if this is the furthest we get, then that's fine. If this doesn't feel good to you, please modify as you need. Don't force yourself to do something that doesn't feel good. We're only here for a few breaths. We can kind of wiggle it out as well. Rock it around. Last breath. And then keeping the left knee bent, we're extending this right leg. Let it fall down to the bed. Flex that right foot. Place the left foot on the inside of the right inner thigh. Square those hips. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, begin to creep the fingertips forward. Really active in the quadricep here, sending the leg down into the bed, helping you get a better stretch in the back of the leg as we activate the front, the top, the front. One more big breath in through the nose. And exhale. Gently coming back up and switching sides, bending the right leg, doing your cradle or whatever you took on the other side. Anything to spur that mind-body connection. That's all we're really looking for. That's the goal for this practice. For any practice, really. About 1 or 2 more breaths before we find our head to knee forward fold. Jani Sirsasana. And when you're ready, you can extend the left leg, place that right foot on the inside of the thigh. Make sure you square your hips first. And then fold on your exhale. Finding one last breath. Inhale, walk those fingertips back. Cross this left leg over the right, coming into little cow face legs. So it's kind of a seated shoelace pose, trying to stack the knees on top of each other. And then once you settle in here, reaching for the ankles, for the feet, finding a nice long spine, sitting up nice and tall. Releasing tension in the hips, releasing emotions, any stuck energy. Let whatever is no longer serving you go. Whatever will no longer serve you today. It's a new day. We don't need to bring anything from yesterday that we do not need. We have an optional little side bend here, so we can stay here. We can plant the left fingertips down and reach the right arm overhead. Still keeping the chest nice and lifted, spiraled open to the front of the room. Really rooting down through the sit bones as you reach over, finding a nice big stretch on the side of the body. Helping to stimulate those internal organs. Then reaching back up through center to switch sides, unravel the legs. Take a little shake if you need to cross the right over the left. Make sure to take your time, kind of scoot those feet out to the sides if you need to. Trying to stack the knees, but whatever feels the best to your body. Does not have to look a certain way, does not have to look like mine. Just has to feel good to you. It's our only criteria. Big breaths. Starting to recirculate the blood, get the oxygen flowing. Setting your mind right. It's all in your mind. So much power is in the mind. It is crazy what you can do when you set your mind to it. The right mindset is everything. Grounding down through the hips. Find another breath or two. And taking your optional side bend. If you took it on the other side, reaching the left arm up. Beautiful. Lifting back up to a neutral spine whenever you're ready. Slowly unravel the right leg. Extend them both out, kind of coming into a little straddle, but not a full straddle. Just flexing the feet. We can have a little bend in the knees if we need to. We are simply, and if you need to, you can place the hands behind the bum. We're simply kind of working through the ankle joint at this moment. So just tick-tock your feet from side to side. Maybe do little circles if that feels good, especially again if you sit at an office desk all day. Really want to work through the joints in the morning. Beautiful. Just wake them up. Give them a nice little hello. before finding your static straddle, whatever that is. And we just gently open through the inner groins. So lift up on your inhale, find length in the spine, and then begin to walk the fingertips forward. We want to make sure that our hips are not lifting off the bed and that we have a nice long neutral spine. So stop wherever you feel like you want to kind of round your back and just stay there, pressing through the feet. Maybe grab a hold of those legs, helping yourself lift up. Maybe close the eyes if we haven't had them closed throughout this practice. Come back within. Folding more on the exhales. One more big breath. And exhale. Gently begin to raise the chest. Take the legs in together. Scoot down on your bed so you can lay onto your back. Yay, we're coming back onto the back. Raise the arms overhead. Big inhale, reach. And exhale, take all of your limbs, your hands, your feet, your legs, your arms over to the left side. Big, like banana C shape here. Big breath. And then come back through center and take it to the other side. Releasing back in a nice corpse pose, singular corp, only one corp. Cross the right ankle over the left shin, or the left knee again, pulling both of the legs into the chest. One big breath. And then exhale. If this works for you, cross the right knee over again. So you're raveling kind of like eagle legs. And then let both of the legs fall to the left side. So your right leg is on top. And we can gaze up at the ceiling. Maybe extend your arms out to the side. Finding a little sweet release in the lower back. Breathing into the spine. And coming back onto the back, unravel those legs. And then cross the left over the right knee. Big inhale in. And exhale, we find our twist. Cross the left leg over. And then gently let the legs drop to the right side. As you find your twist. Breathing nice and full. Finding your last breath and your twist. And when you're ready, coming back onto the back, send both of the feet up into the air, coming into a nice happy baby, one of our last positions here. Taking a nice little check-in for your day, making sure that your body isn't craving anything else before you can feel satisfied with this morning restorative practice. Just letting the knees drop to the sides of the ribs. Breathing nice and full. And on your next out breath, release the feet, release the hold you had on yourself, and extend the legs out, finding a nice few breaths in corpse pose or any other resting position for a few minutes. Find some connection to yourself before you begin your day. Even just taking a few seconds to rework your mindset can make such a positive difference. Ending with a few deep, full belly breaths. I thank you so much for joining me today in this nice restorative morning practice. I look forward to the next time that we practice together, and I would love to know how this experience went for you down below. Thank you again for tuning in to Yoga with Paige. Have a great rest of your day, my dear friend.